Since its inception in 1960, the laser beam has become one of the most impactful inventions of the 20th century. During this time, humanity discovered thousands of applications that laser beams bring to various fields of modern society, such as healthcare, entertainment, fiber-optic internet, data transmission in outer space, and in nuclear synthesis reactions. However, humans are a species driven by greed. They don't stop at basic life needs. And now lasers are manufactured for military purposes. Planes are split in half, tanks are pierced, and soldiers are blinded. All these horrors have turned the ambition to use laser weapons to dominate the battlefields of increasingly mad nations. So how has laser weaponry evolved? To deserve becoming the king changing the face of warfare in the future? What are the giants doing in the fierce race of the 21st century? Please pay attention to the screen to join 5 seconds unfiltered in finding answers on today's journey. Weapons of the future may be upgraded versions of rifles, tank cannons, and missiles. They all adhere to the principles of physics. Principles that emerged centuries ago. However, according to the Weapons Research Center of the UK, they believe that in the next few decades, this situation could change significantly. In the next half-century, the main weapons of nations are expected to be laser weapons. The immense energy of lasers will be used to destroy buildings and surpass all military equipment that has ever appeared in the world. So first, we need to understand what laser weapons are. How powerful are they that the giants praise them so much? According to military scientists, laser weapons are beams of light with high energy, transmitted through the atmosphere or space in a straight line. These beams move at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, equivalent to 300,000 kilometers per second. It is 50,000 times faster than the speed of an intercontinental ballistic missile. This is why it can attack targets from thousands of kilometers away. Terrifying. Glass lenses will focus high-energy laser beams. The heat generated can melt through materials, break the surface of aircraft, disable warheads, or ignite fuel and explosive materials. Unlike missiles and bullets, laser beams do not cause explosions when they hit an aircraft, but they transfer an enormous amount of energy to the target at an incredibly fast speed, into a ball of fire. Laser weapons can provide several advantages over traditional projectile weapons, such as instant hit capability, high accuracy, and the ability to adjust the force of the beam according to mission requirements. The initial cost for these weapons is high, but once in stable use, they are very cost-effective. The cost per shot at that point becomes negligible, and we can even overlook it. The rapid development of hypersonic weapons may truly explain why China, the United States, and Russia are returning to their laser weapon programs. Hypersonic weapons can travel at speeds of Mach 5 or faster to evade current missile defense systems. Laser weapons mounted on fighter jets may be a better defensive option than missile-based defense systems, because lasers can hit targets instantly at a low cost per shot. They can avoid the large power requirements of ground-based laser systems. while providing strategic and tactical flexibility by being placed on mobile platforms. In 2020, the Pentagon secretly tested a laser weapon system for sixth-generation fighter jets under the NGAD program. These future aircraft are expected to have the latest features, including artificial intelligence, quantum radar, and lasers. However, the development of the next-generation fighter jets is expected to take a long time to complete. Therefore, the U.S. Air Force has shifted to equipping their current fighter jets with sixth-generation features, including laser weapons. This plan relies on the high-energy laser defense system SEAL by Lockheed Martin, which helps fighter jets defend against missile attacks. Initially, the system may be used to protect older fighter jets that lack stealth capabilities to avoid detection by adversaries. When mounted on the fuselage or wings of a fighter jet, it can shoot down both air-to-air and air-to-ground fighter missiles. Jets mostly rely on passive defense capabilities against incoming missiles. Pilots can maneuver the aircraft to avoid the missile's trajectory, deploy flares to mislead them, or release metal chaff clouds that make radar-guided missiles unable to detect the target. The electromagnetic waves from the enemy radar encountering the metal chaff will reflect, causing small white flickering dots on the enemy radar screen, concealing the real target signals. Laser beams will be the actual missile defense means, the first for fighter jets in an air battle, helping them easily shoot down missiles. Laser weapons create unique effects that conventional kinetic or chemical weapons cannot achieve. They use focused beams of light to quickly transmit energy to the target, heating and destroying it. Did you know that there's no sound, no noise at that moment, and no one knows what's happening? The adversaries won't know their equipment is damaged until they try to activate it. SEAL is a pod-mounted system. This means it will occupy an external pod mount on a fighter jet typically used for carrying bombs, missiles, or sensors. However, this system is challenging to integrate with stealth aircraft like the F-22 Raptor or F-35 Lightning II, because attaching the pod can disrupt the radar-absorbing structure, reducing the aircraft's stealth capabilities. Both of these aircraft may not need a new laser system, as they are already equipped with stealth technology to evade enemy missiles. On the contrary, SEAL may be more suitable for non-stealth fighter jet models, such as the F-15E, F-15C, F-15X Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, and even the A-10 Thunderbolt to attack aircraft. Instead of carrying an additional bomb or missile, having a laser system will help them shoot down any local missiles approaching. Laser is indeed an extremely useful weapon in the air. It can be powered by the aircraft's engine, eliminating the need for storing ammunition on the fighter jet. It will provide an unlimited number of shots in theory. Laser beams move at the speed of light, making it difficult for local ballistic missiles to evade. However, laser weapons also have some disadvantages. Atmospheric effects, especially water vapor and smoke molecules, quickly dilute the intensity of the laser beam. The farther it travels, the weaker the intensity becomes. Furthermore, the laser beam needs to be directed at the fast-moving missile for a long enough time to be effective. Unlike missiles that have powerful explosive warheads to immediately incapacitate the enemy, laser weapon systems focus a concentrated beam of light to heat the target until it malfunctions or explodes. In this case, the extremely high speed of the missile is a challenge for this type of weapon, making it difficult to shoot laser beams for a long enough time to be effective. In reality, using a laser system to shoot down missiles is more challenging than imagined. This system must integrate the ability to detect, track, and shoot down incoming missiles. The laser beam must be powerful enough to destroy the missile's electronic components or cause damage to its outer shell or control systems, rendering the missile inoperable. The power of SEAL has not been disclosed, but according to a recent report by Defense News, this power level is around tens of kilowatts. However, according to 5 Seconds Unfiltered, there are many challenges that laser weapons need to overcome to achieve high efficiency in air combat. In addition to power, accuracy also plays a crucial role. The more energy the laser beams have, the faster they move, with longer ranges and increased destructive capabilities. But first, you still need to identify and hit the target. In the future, a weapon system like SEAL will be present on most types of aircraft, from bombers to airborne refueling planes, helping them defend themselves better. As laser weapon systems become more powerful and advanced, they will increase their ability to attack larger and more complex targets, such as enemy aircraft. It will also become useful in attacking ground targets. Some experts predict that they may be able to shoot down ballistic missiles right after leaving the launch pad. As you have seen, fighter jets have been equipped with guns for over 100 years. But in the future, lasers may replace guns as an ideal defense weapon. Although lasers are not considered a universal weapon, their widespread applications make it impossible to ignore. Before 2019, the U.S. military successfully tested the SEAL system to shoot down a variety of moving airborne targets. That's about the U.S. So let's take a look at the two biggest rivals of Washington, Russia, and China, to see what they are preparing for this intense race. Russia began its airborne laser weapon program in the 1970s. The idea was to use laser devices mounted on aircraft to disable satellites. The Soviet Union conducted tests with the S-60 aircraft in 1981. After a long hiatus, the project was revived in 2003 under the name Chakul-Eksun. From there, Russia developed the 1K222 laser system for the S-60 aircraft. Tests began in 2009. The S-60 project is currently undergoing a deep modernization process. In 2016, Yuri Boytsov, the former Deputy Minister of Defense for Russia, announced that the project was improving the tactical aspects of the S-60, and that laser weapons were being tested on both ground and airborne platforms. Moscow has also developed ground-based laser weapons, such as Sok-1 K-11 Stilito, Sangui, and 1K-17 Shati. There's also the Aquilian laser weapon deployed on warships in the 1980s. The purpose of these weapons was to blind the opponent's electromagnetic systems, as laser technology at that time was not powerful enough to destroy targets. If finances permit, Russia may resume the development of these prototypes. As for China, they have announced plans to equip laser weapons on the stealth fighter J-21. This move could significantly enhance their air-to-air capabilities and even counter the hypersonic weapons of their adversaries. In an interview on China Central Television CCTV, Chinese military expert Wang Minyang mentioned that the future J-20 fighter could be equipped with directed energy weapons, such as laser devices. According to 5 Seconds Unfiltered research, Beijing has been developing laser weapons since the 1990s, starting with the M87, first disclosed in 1995. They designed this device with the aim of causing long-term damage to the vision of enemy soldiers at distances ranging from 2 to 4 kilometers, and causing temporary blindness for individuals at a distance of 9 kilometers. Other laser weapons include the ZKZM500 laser assault rifle. It can hit targets up to 1 kilometer away, causing immediate burns and igniting flammable targets. And LW-30, a laser-based air defense system. In July 2020, even the media of this country reported that the Chinese military had equipped its warships with modern generators to provide power for high-energy weapons, such as lasers and electric guns. However, they did not disclose exactly which warships they equipped. Many believe it is the most advanced destroyer of the Chinese Navy. For example, missile-guided destroyers like the Type 055. Dreams of dominating these types of weapons were once thought only by military powers. However, on April 14, 2022, the Israeli Ministry of Defense announced that the country had successfully completed the first tests of a new laser weapon system designed to intercept unmanned aerial vehicles, missiles, and airborne threats such as artillery shells and rockets. This not only makes Israel one of the first countries in the world to successfully develop high-intensity laser technology capable of interception, but also brings humanity closer to laser technology. If all these ideas are implemented by major countries, then laser weapons are sure to revolutionize the battlefield in the future, as they are integrated into various platforms to meet the diverse military needs. So, in your opinion, how might laser weapons evolve in the next 10 years? Share your predictions below to discuss with others. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to continue accompanying 5 Seconds Unfiltered on the upcoming journeys